Yay.
Speaking of the last 3 years, I'm gonna dig in here a little, right?
Okay.
What is your biggest regret in your just?
Oh, my
career?
biggest regret.
Yeah.
Oh, my biggest. Okay. Oh God. Okay, my biggest regret is just the first thing I thought of course. The first thing I thought is probably staying in a really toxic relationship throughout my career, and seeing it get more and more toxic and not having the strength to leave it sooner. Yeah, that was definitely my biggest regret. But it just makes me wonder, like, how, where would I be if I was actually just like single, focusing on my career, focusing on myself without just like being judged and compared in my relationship when it came to like career stuff and dealing with insecurities with like collabing and making friends with like guys. And
that's the number one thing is like people don't realize in this industry how big collabing and doing things like that
it's
like
so important, and collabing actually is a huge difference in people's careers in this industry for
absolutely
sure.
And that's why I'm so thankful that I am in a relationship where like Mason's very understanding and doesn't care, but being in a relationship where you have to worry about that is just, it adds a level of stress that's just not needed at all.
Yes.
Not needed at all.
Yeah, it's completely unnecessary.
But I understand.
I really wish I could share, maybe someday. Let's do this podcast again in like 80 years.
Okay, I'll bring you back.
We'll talk about all the details. All of them.
We'll bring you back.
Bring me back.
I know how it is.
That's what she said.
We're old ladies.
Season 72. Yeah,
I feel it. No, I've been in many toxic relationships before, and it's just once you're in a healthy relationship,
you can see.
Oh my God, it's like
you can see
the
how
biggest wake up
bad
call.
It was. Yeah,
because you don't see it at the time, and everyone, like my mom would be like, "What are you doing?" Like looking at my ex-boyfriends and stuff, and I'm like,
yes,
you don't know him, Mom. You don't know him,
bro. That's the thing. Like the biggest red flag now, looking back, is the fact that none of my friends and none of my family approved, and like they would try, and it just wasn't working. That should have been the reason,
Yes. And
but like looking back, like when you're in love and like you feel like you're used to like the comfort and for me, codependency, relying on them so much for just having your person. Yeah. It just kind of overrode all of that, but
I agree. That's one of my, not when I was, but having toxic relationships is just the hardest thing because when you're in it, it's impossible to see how damaging they are to you. Yeah. It drains you. It takes so much out of you, and people don't realize that. So I wish I listened to my friends. I wish I listened to my mom when they're
listen to your friends and family, because they can see things from a different perspective, like a different lens.
Yeah, they're not just like trying to give you
how
shit.
You're being treated, how like what you deserve, and just give you another outlook on many areas of life, not just relationships.
Anything really. I mean, people can see things that you can't because you're blinded by whatever's going on.
By love.
God, if that's what you can even call it,
if that's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, because I think back to relationship that's not love. That's not love. The way certain people treat. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about all that, but I agree with you. On to other things.